happen, but there's no reason to just make it up and get people all pissy. Like,
I feel like I've been a victim of racism. You know, I absolutely feel like I've been a victim of racism. One was at the first school I ever went to was William Patterson, and I've told this story before. So in fast forward, I got on an elevator, and then it was like 5 black guys got on, and they might have been athletes, but I didn't know them. They were all big, strong guys, and they said, I think I took the elevator 2 flights, and they maybe took it 4 or 5, and they felt like at 2 flights I should have taken the steps, and they just, when the door opened, they're like, you know, you're not fucking getting off this elevator, and they're like leaning on the door closed and basically keeping me in this cage with them. It was a little frightening, but all that really happened is they forced me to not get off the elevator, ride up to the 5th floor with them. They all got off, and then I took it back down. But it was definitely a white thing. Like they called out my color.
That's when you should have like pulled your pants down and just shat yourself. Just everywhere. Just like, all right, your call. I had to go.
I have irritable bowel syndrome. I need to get out right now.
Bend over and start spinning 380 degrees, just shitting on all of them.
And then there's another one. When I worked at Cisco, and I don't think I've talked about this before, but I had mentioned I was in a group with 22 people in it. 18 were Indian. And that seemed like a really large percentage to me. Now, for years there, I was like involved in the hiring process. And it always seemed so fishy because 100% of my manager was Indian. 100% of the resumes that came to me were Indian guys. And I talked to him. I was like, what's happening here? Like, why is it that I've never seen like an American resume? This is like 100%. It's 100%.
Patel.
Yeah. Like it's 100% Indian guy, and there's no black guys, there's no white guys, there's no Asian guys, there's no Native American Indian guys, there's no nothing but Indians coming to like every single. I'm like, are you filtering these or something? He's like, no, HR filters them before they get to me. I don't know what's true, but I do know.
HR, find the racism there,
dude.
You gotta go to the top.
If I put an ad on Craigslist for a programmer, I promise you I wouldn't get like 100-to-1 ratio of Indian to everything else combined resumes. Something was fucking happening there.
Seems like Cisco's employing some racist hiring practices we need to get to the bottom of.
And no joke, they totally are. They are like I am 100% confident Cisco is employing some really fucking racist hiring practices. It was widespread, and
managers probably just hiring his close personal family.
No, they weren't family.
Members of it.
It could have been at a higher level. Like they could have been working through.
Did
like,
the whole building
H1B
smell
firms.
like Indian people, or was it just when you had to get close to them?
During lunchtime.
Like was there a cafeteria?
There was, but a lot of them ate in their cubes, and they bring their H1B workers are paid less. That's why they hire them. So a lot of these guys would stay like. They'd like rent a townhouse, maybe with 3 bedrooms or something, pack like 9 guys in it, and sleep on floors and stuff like that. Work at Cisco, a lot. This is all generalities, of course, right? But they're very frugal with their money. They sent a lot home, and they'd bring their own lunches to save money, and you could smell it.
I like Indian food. I don't
like Indian food too.
I even
Very
like the way
strong
Indian food smells.
I like it as
I don't like the way Indian people smell after they eat Indian food.
I like it as a change of pace. Indian food, if you've never had it, like there's a lot of really like rich, heavy foods, and a lot of it's vegetarian too. But you know, when you finish eating Indian, you are not hungry anymore. You have been filled up, and that's not always what I want for every meal.
Yeah, and that's not just Indian people, Kyle. The way they smell after eating Indian food. Anyone. Pick the whitest motherfucker in the world, and if you feed him that very pungent,
every day,
food,
that's the trick.
Strong. Yeah.
But it's mostly the Indian people who eat every single day and then don't use deodorant or wash on a regular basis.
We talked about the Mizzou thing, and this guy whose family's worth $20 million going on a hunger strike. I didn't like the football player was like, you know, there's a black man's life at stake here. I have got to, you know, stand next to him. And it just seemed, I guess it's all race motivated, but I don't know. It just seemed like If it was a
just
white
like-
guy fighting for right, fuck him. It was the
people doing it. Like, I think that they're not willfully being like, yeah, well, most of them, like, it's only the tippity top people, like the guy with the hunger strike, being like, I can take advantage of this situation and make it fit my agenda. Most of the people on Twitter, like, aside from the ones who are just flagrantly lying about it, think that they're standing by a good cause. So I don't fault them. Like, they think they're doing the right thing. Like, they don't know that the KKK isn't actually there. Like, I'd be kind of peeved if I were black and I knew the KKK was on campus. Like, it's like, the fuck? Like, get those assholes out of here. So it's not like every person who is involved in it's bad. It's just really opportunistic and shameless race baiting by the media and a few select individuals. That costs a couple people their livelihood.
I wonder if there's some sort of like if the president. I wonder what his like deal was, because he must have gotten a good deal if he
stepped
down. If he stepped down, I bet he's getting paid a lot of money for a long time. You got a video here?